And we're on. So, what did you think about that argument just before?
I knew he was gonna bring it up. Somebody's in a mood.
To be honest, I'm not in a mood. I'm hurt.
You can say that in the podcast.
Yes, I can.
No, you can.
Aren't we being genuine people out there to the world?
Don't be too genuine.
I'm going to be 100% genuine, just like you should be. Anyway, guys, we are... So, welcome back. We had a fucking week off.
Yeah.
We broke consistency, and I'm very disappointed in us. And I tell you fucking what, guys, I didn't feel like doing this one.
Yeah, we are here because of me. I push Sick to do this podcast because obviously I'm committed to our dream.
That is fucking bullshit. We are here because I suggested it. Let's be honest.
No term. Anyways, welcome back, everyone.
Can we just rehash that a little bit? Hold on. Weren't we just sitting here?
Hey, my volume is a little bit low. Can you please put my beautiful voice a little bit louder? Perfect. Here we are.
Were we not just sitting here and I said, well, I don't feel like doing this, but I want to be consistent and I don't want to let ourselves down again. So shouldn't we do it? And you were like, meh. Anyway, guys.
Excuse me. This is not a diary where you can come and bend to people.
Oh, yes, it is, though.
Shush.
We're all about being genuine, guys.
Anyways, let's make this podcast more interesting.
I think people will love that. Didn't we say that this is a multicultural perspective on the world? Hello, guys. Here's some insights. Here's a little bit of insight into the multicultural relationship. Hey, man. Help.
Oh, here we go. Anyways, let's back to business. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to our episode number 7.
Siete.
Episodio número 7. We missed out.
We missed a week.
We
So we didn't release one last week, which I was very disappointed in us. But it's okay to fall off the wagon, but you got to get back on. And so here we are getting back on. We're going to record 2 podcasts this weekend.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited because I'm excited to get back on track. And I love doing this. Do you love doing this?
Yeah, I love it.
I fucking do love this. I love... Oh, honestly, guys, the social media for us in the last couple of weeks has been...
Kick off. Famous people. Find us on TikTok.
Famous guys. No, not... Well, we're taking the piss, but it was really...
We're kidding.
We're kidding. We're not that vain, but it has taken a turn, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think we've just been more consistent with our social media and creating content, finding what we like, making sure that we enjoy what we're doing, and not just we're just posting whatever.
It's a bit targeted for sure.
Yeah, everyone it's allowed to post whatever they want, and I think we're finally getting into know what we like to do.
Oh no, I'm still a bit lost. I'm still lost.
But that's okay.
I feel like you've found your groove a bit. Yeah, it's cool. I'm proud of you.
I've been on TikTok at least for 2 years.
Yeah, but how long have you been trying?
I think
I think
only this year.
You had a go at it earlier on, but I feel like there's something going on here with my microphone and my lip, and maybe a little bit of a beard hair or a hair or something.
Saliva boy.
Anyway, you can tell we're professionals.
Oh, okay.
But you did try. You had a little spurt there when we didn't know each other.
Yeah.
And you had some success and stuff, I believe. But I personally, I don't know about you, but I personally think your content's way better now.
Yeah, I mean, like, I dance on TikTok, or I do like trends or dancing trends, and
Get ready with me. What's it? What's the?
and I do get ready with me now. But I mean, I think it's just like I put in some effort and making sure the videos have a better quality, better sound, and you know. But I mean, I just do TikTok because I enjoy doing that. It's not because
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm not getting any money from
Mate, I'm
there. So
bloody 32 years old, embarking on a TikTok journey. What the fuck?
well, coming back to the episode, we are back on track, and we are
Yep.
happy to be here recording this episode. And this one is gonna be tricky.
No, it's not. But it's a tough subject, like within a relationship for sure. And you know, please, guys, I think that you'll be able to relate if there's people in relationships watching this or been in a relationship and had to like a long term relationship and had to deal with this stuff.
Yeah.
So are we gonna do mind mastery first?
Yeah.
Let's
Go.
jump into it.
But first, let's give
An overview.
of what we're doing in this episode. So the episode, or the main subject in this episode is the impact of finances in a relationship, which is hard because finances as an individual is hard. Imagine you sharing your finances and making decisions with another person. So I mean, it's just a process.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
So it's not like so. But when you mean the impact of finances in a relationship, we're referring to the communication between the couple and how they talk about money and how they communicate about money and come to decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Woohoo! Tricky. Let me tell you something. We got a bloody an ox over here.
What's that?
Well, the saying is stubborn as an ox.
No. Okay, go with your mindset mastery of the week. Yep, go for it.
I don't really have one. I'm prepared. Lady's really prepared. No, I don't have like a heading or a subheading or whatever. But I want to talk about my last couple of weeks. And not so much this week, but I'm coming out of it this week, but not this week. Last week, I had a really fucking tough week.
Yeah.
Personally, you know,
Emotionally, you mean?
Emotionally, yeah. It was a really tough week for me, and there was a couple of days there that I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to pull myself out of it. I couldn't get myself out of it. And I tried everything under the sun. I tried going to the gym. I tried running. I tried swimming in the ocean. I tried meditation. I tried listening to music. Honestly, I tried doing nothing in regards to our projects or work or even spending time alone, you know, doing something that I love or, you know, used to love. But I do. I love watching anime. So I set the TV up in the bedroom and just sort of, you know, tried to nap and watch TV and take time for myself to reflect and that. And honestly, it was really weird. And I still can't put my finger on what was going on. I was just having one of those weeks or days or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it really shook me to the core. I was a mess and just agitated.
I feel like you can tell when something is going on with sick. I mean, he's always super bubbly and super energetic and full of beans and like
Yeah.
doing crazy things, like being loud and being so charismatic. And when he's in a mood, is or going through something, is like, oh, somebody wake up with the wrong leg.
Yeah, and I,
Din, 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 din.
Fuck.
Everyone be quiet. Boom. And guess who was the trigger that week too? Little Oreo. Poor
Oh.
little Oreo.
Oh man, yeah,
Poor
dude.
little Oreo. I still feel bad about him. To this
I woke up and I was just feeling. Honestly, I can't explain how I felt. I was cloudy minded, and I just couldn't I just couldn't put my finger on it, and it was just something going on. And anyway, I took the little boy for a toilet break, and we go outside. We take him out there, and then there's a couple that live across the road. They've got this brand new French bulldog. He's cute as. He's like 4 months old. He's just grown to like full size. They go through that period. He's probably just got to full size.
Yeah.
Oreo goes out there being all friendly. Next minute, he's having a little row with this dog. And oh man, and so embarrassing as well because he's not like that. And I don't know what got into him. And it just set me off. See you later.
I feel like it could be like I wasn't there and I didn't know what happened. And I think it probably, it was bad and obviously horrible that our dog has been just naughty towards another dog. But I feel like it probably wasn't that bad
It's pretty bad.
No.
I don't want to talk about it on here, but that wasn't good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it was just the straw that broke the camel back.
Yeah, and as soon as I heard them back, because Sick is very like strict with like rules and stuff.
With Oreo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as soon as they go back and he was like, he did this, I'm like, oh, poor little boy. Obviously.
So I didn't talk to him for a day.
Yeah.
2 days maybe.
And as soon as that happened, I was like, that's it. I'm not talking to him anymore because I'm pretty sure whatever. It's like, whatever I say, I was like, the last drop.
Yeah.
For the boom.
Before the explosion, yeah. So, yeah, just to reflect a little bit, I had such a, and I was feeling a bit funny through the week, but wasn't that bad. But then towards the end of the week, I was just waking up and I'd had enough sleep, but I was lethargic, I was tired, and I just felt stressed and agitated.
Yeah, I think it was a mix of few things. It's like trying to like achieve all your goals and like going to bed really late and then waking up early, and it was like.
But even towards the end, I was getting enough sleep. Like I wasn't going to bed at 12 a.m. or nothing. I was going to bed at like 10:30. And then we were missing the gym. But hey, guys, this is the thing with me anyway, because I've built up this like routine and regimen. Like when I go to the gym, in the morning before work. We go to the gym before work. It actually makes me feel better. So it regulates me. It makes me feel good. And then then I'm tired. This week I was tired and I was doing this, and then all of a sudden I was skipping the gym, so I'm missing that sort of regulation piece. And
I feel like that was a huge part because we were waking up at 8.
Yeah.
And it was just like 8, run.
Get to
Wake
work.
up, get to work, organize yourself, like tidy up the house before like whatever. Or even one of those days you have your ADHD appointment and ADHD right there forgot the appointment and he gets a call and it was like 8:36 or something like, and it was like, hello,
I've just woken up.
Woke up, and the girl was like, are you coming to the appointment? And he's like, what? When's the appointment? It's like,
now
7 minutes ago.
Oh my god, that was panic. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh,
so
that rocked me.
Yeah, so obviously that's.
And then she's like, oh, I was like, she's like, can you get in? I was like, oh, I can get here, but how long? Like, and then I was panicking
Yeah.
because that's a $745
Appointment.
appointment that I've just slept through.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean,
and then they offered to do Zoom, but then all of a sudden I'm, oh yeah, I'll send you the link now. And then I'm running around trying to put a shirt on, wash my face, get in the mindset to talk to a psychiatrist about different medication I've been taking
yeah.
and why it's not been working for me. Also, normally I might be having this conversation while on medication, and now I'm not, and I'm all like ADHD brain frazzled.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it does affect the fact that we very used to wake up 5 a.m., 5:30, sort of like take our time, get ready, go to the gym, like not in a rush, come back home.
Not in a rush.
Yeah, not in a rush. Have our protein shake. Come back, sit down. Let's talk about
Have a
it.
chat, like
Yeah,
do some
little bit
do
of the
some
day.
personal stuff.
Yeah, take the dog out and just routine, And I feel like that was a huge factor
I think
for
so.
the end of the week to be like,
And then the
boom.
weekend come and I was just out of it.
Yeah.
I was just so let's just we're dribbling here, but so there's that. I was fucked, and it took me till Sunday night to come good. Yeah, was it Sunday night? Yeah, before I started to feel like normal. And honestly, I tried everything. I tried running. I tried. Oh god. And then Sunday night come good, and boom, made a decision. Monday, I'm back into it. I'm going to the gym religiously. I made a whole bunch of changes. I'm gonna start reading again. I'm gonna start journaling. I'm gonna start writing down my goals every day before I go to. When I wake up, first thing, and when I wake up, I grab my book. I write down my goals, and then I write them down again a couple of times before I go to sleep, and then I read them a whole bunch of times before I go to sleep. And just that alone, plus the book that I'm reading, is so powerful. And just sticking to the gym, and I'm writing down 5 daily tasks to complete, and then I'm writing win and fail at the top of the page, and I'm ticking them off as I go. And just that, holding myself accountable, doing some, those 5 tasks have something to do with work, but they have, some stuff to do with personal life, social media, or learning to dance or whatever. Holding yourself accountable, getting through it, and then coming to the end of the day like I fucking smashed it at work. I accomplished my tasks that I wanted to do personally for the day. It's just a week. The difference in my energy
100%
today and yesterday and this whole week has been crazy in comparison to last week. Would you agree?
Yeah, 100% I agree. I miss that sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes we let the busyness and the rush and the laziness take over our life, and we forget the important things that it make us go through or being able to make it in life.
Yeah.
Like we know that we are really good at the gym and routine and.
But I think what's really worked for me, babe, is so you know how I used to sit at the computer until 12 o'clock at night or 1 o'clock, 2 a.m., whatever. And I think what that is okay. So you've got a big goal, that you want to achieve.
Yeah.
And what happens is you're like, oh, that's a big goal. And then you get caught up in the busyness trying to achieve it, right? But you haven't, what does working hard mean? What's that metric?
Yeah.
So if you're not setting yourself little goals to achieve the big goal, you get distracted and then you burn yourself out.
Yeah.
And I was going, and I burnt myself out.
Yeah, 100%.
But with this setting 5 tasks a day, I put a lot in there, but I'm not at the computer at 12 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like that's something that it was affecting.
So so then when I've ticked them off, all of a sudden, that's what hard work is metriced to, because I'm like, oh fuck, I've finished my task. Amazing. Now I can wind down.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And it actually goes together with actually my mindset of the week is stop multitasking, and I think it goes related
Yeah.
to what we're saying. Write a list of tasks or things that you need to do for the week or for the day,
Yeah.
and just go to your a book, calendar. I don't know, Monday, this,
Yeah, like it could
and
be a week. It could be a week
yeah,
tasks, and then you could break that down across the days or whatever.
yeah, literally, and then just tick every time you finish something. But don't move into the next
Until you
task
finished it.
until you finish it.
Yeah.
As much as you want to say that multitasking works for you, and that's not true. Multitasking just take the energy from something that you want to achieve, because you put in your energy in so many things at the same time,
But your mind's like spread as well.
yeah, that you don't get to do the
Your
one
best
of,
job.
yeah. So you need to do one thing at the time. That way you are able to give all of you into the task. Do
But you'll finish it quicker, and you'll finish all the
yeah,
tasks quicker.
and then you will be able to move like faster into the next thing. Don't do multitasking.
Yeah.
It's not good. And talking like mentioning this.
Yeah, I was going to say Japanese culture. In Japanese culture,
Yeah.
I've read, or maybe I haven't read that book, but in Japanese culture, they are big on not multitasking.
Oh.
Hey, that like their culture is founded on just doing one thing
At the time, and having a free distraction environment to be able to concentrate, because concentration is very important. When you
Is that book on Japanese culture?
Yes. So this book is called The Japanese Secret to the Long and Happy Life, and they mention, so it's
Show me.
ikigai.
Ikigai.
Yes, ikigai.
Ikigai. Ikigai. Ikigai.
So it says, inspiring and comforting, this book will give you the life-changing tools to uncover your personal ikigai. It will show you how to leave urgency behind, find your purpose, nurture friendships and passions. So yes, like we were saying, stop rushing with your life, stop trying to achieve something so quick, and just live the moment. Just
be in the present.
Yeah, be in the present, and just stop multitasking once again. And they talk a lot in this book about this, and I think it just came in a perfect time to my life, because I multitask a lot, and then most of the time I don't get to finish things because my mind is everywhere most of the time. So yes, so that's my mindset of the week.
Yeah,
And
that's an awesome one.
Yeah, and I think it's just related, and like it
For
goes
sure.
it goes together with what you're thinking. And it's weird because we don't plan this, we don't talk about,
We haven't spoke about it at all.
but yeah,
It means we're growing together in the right direction.
dream team with issues. But anyways, let's continue.
So the list as well for me, and what it's done with my workload as well, like at work, is I'll be doing something and then get distracted, and then I'll be like, no, just finish this. And it's because of the list that I've been doing, because I'm like, I got to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this next. It's fucking crazy. So
yeah, I think
I know
works. It works better.
And I don't want us to sound like a broken record as well, but
yeah,
like as in potentially on the podcast talking about the same things all the time. But
I mean, I don't think we talk about the same thing. I just think everything is related, because we're
on a journey, man.
Exactly, and we're going in the same direction. So we're trying to follow the same patterns to be able to succeed. And I don't know what success means to you, but success for us means something, and that's the direction we're going. Of course, like we're going
just trying to better ourselves, really.
Yeah.
Self-educate, stay consistent, and you know, be kind to ourselves. And you know, if the start of the podcast is anything, we're just trying to be genuine people and talk about the things and the lessons that we're going through in daily life. You know,
I mean, we're humans. We will continue to make mistakes every single day, but it's on us to be able to learn and grow from that and just move forward. That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
All right. Moving on to what?
Let's go to thought-provoking talks. That's it. How do you say?
Thought-provoking thoughts.
Yeah.
Thought-provoking talks.
You
That's
know,
it.
yeah, thought-provoking thoughts. You know what's something that I'm curious. No, wait. So now that we got this, that I'm doing my journal, the journal that you gave me, which don't talk about it. No.
Oh, okay.
Don't talk about it yet. He
little plug for later.
He does mention his name is, I think he's Mark Manson, his name.
Yeah.
He mentions thought-provoking talks all the time in the journal, and I'm like, oh
Does he? I haven't opened it yet.
yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, this is how we got
Thought-provoking talks.
our section.
Does he really?
I swear.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And we thought we were original. Hello.
And like,
We didn't even get it from that.
no.
Got it from
We are
the...
so ADHD. We just so ADHD. We just say so many like crazy, like.
Hello, my name's Ezekiel and I have ADHD.
Okay, so our main part of this podcast is the impact of finances in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I just want to clarify something. We are not experts. We are not experts in finance, and
We're not professional. This is not professional advice.
and we will just give. This is not even advice.
This is our experience.
Yeah, this is not even advice.
Hopefully you can relate.
Yeah, this is things that we do, it happen to us, and we experience every single day as a couple sharing finances. And yeah, like, take it or no, it's fine. We're just sharing our experience.
Yeah.
So
We're not professionals. We're not giving you advice. We
Yeah.
hope you can relate. Please leave a comment if you can, because we need some fucking what's the word? Where somebody agrees with you, justification or something. Anyway, yeah, go.
No, okay. I mean, I think
I need to take my jacket off, so sorry, guys.
finances is something that I feel like you might disagree in this.
I probably will.
Yeah, I feel like we don't struggle, but when the communication behind our finances is not the best.
No, I think that, babe,
We
hold
do
on.
know.
Hold on.
I
It's
think-
come a long way.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't feel we struggle with our finance because we took or we follow a pattern, and it's been since we have been living together, and I think it's doing well.
So
I just feel
you mean
like
like we've set a budget,
a
basically.
budget, and
But it was a fucking lot of work getting the budget agreeable and
Yeah.
legible. It was, baby. Come on.
no,
Be honest with the people. It was fucking
no,
difficult.
no,
For us both.
No, I feel like the hard part is to sit down and talk about it. Like, I mean, because I have to agree, Seek it's better with numbers and calculating and organizing and making the budget, and I stick to it.
Yeah.
That's true.
But I want to change it all the time.
Exactly. So,
Well,
but
I
he
don't
wa-
want to change it, but I want
But
to...
I mean, he comes with a lot of ideas. He's like, "Oh, we should change this," and like.
Well,
make
I'm a details guy. So, like, I'm right in the fucking detail. And, like...
Yeah.
And, like, to be honest, give me some credit here. I wanted to
I gave you a credit
No,
from
in
the
this
beginning.
in this point, what I do is I get right in the detail. I get excited about it. I get excited about the possibilities and what we can do.
That's the problem. The possibilities, and it's like, hello, just leave the person.
Yes.
Hello.
So, and then I want to talk about how that all works and the excitement about that and get Lady excited about it. But then she doesn't want to listen to the whole thing, and then she thinks I'm trying
Give me
to.
the budget and that's it. I
Yeah,
don't want to hear
she
anything
thinks-
else.
Sure, I'm not even like, I'm just thinking of possibilities, right? And I'm like putting it out there. I'm like, fuck, this is awesome. We could do this and this and this. But this is what we got to do. But then what happens is when I do that to you, Well, not so
No,
much.
no, no,
Not
no.
so much now. Hold on. Hold
No, no,
on.
no, 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 no,
Hold
no,
on,
no,
babe.
no,
Let
no.
me finish. Is this whole episode going to be like this?
So what are you saying? You get all excited and you just go into so much detail and you just see the possibilities and then
So then I bring it to you, but not so much now. But in the beginning, guys, I would do that. I'd do all this work all day. You know, I wouldn't be doing my work, and I'd be, you know, working on an Excel spreadsheet about our money and what we can achieve and how soon we can achieve a house and a car
yeah.
and a fucking honeymoon and a, you know, holiday to Colombia and everything. Anyway, so then lady'd come home and I'd bombard her with all of this stuff. She's just finished
It
work, all
used to be-
fucking stressed.
It used to be insane because I mean, I'm not saying that any better, like, oh, I love talking about finances, not really. But the problem is he used to get me in the wrong times.
Yeah.
It used to come from work. Let's
In the
say,
car on the way
in
home.
the car, and I'm like, just give me a break. We go, and then you overtired. It's not the time to talk about finances. You are talking about possibilities and what we should be restricted with and what should we do. Or you need to stop doing this. You need to stop doing that. We should be doing
Sorry,
this.
guys. I was just trying to pull out a hair out of my lip. Jeez,
Yeah, that was a
Lord.
bit disgusting.
Sorry, guys. Fuck. And I
And
didn't get it.
Anyways, and it was just no.
It was the wrong time. Anyway, but when I... But
we agree that he needed to be in a better time, in a better mood, and he needed to give me some heads up.
yeah, and which is all reasonable, to be honest. And which is what we do now. But what would happen is...
No, now we just talk about our finance by email.
Yeah. Seriously. Fucking seriously, guys. But no, but then lady used to think that for some reason I was like, oh no, this is what needs to happen. Daddy fell down.
Sorry, guys.
this is
It's just my teddy, my toys on the back.
She would
I have
come
toys.
from the perspective that like I was like, this is set in stone and this is what we're doing. And no, I was, and maybe I didn't make that clear either, but I was like excited, but I wanted collaboration from her. And
Yeah, I think the problem was, so Sik is good with his talking, yeah? Shit. Talking shit. No, I'm kidding. He's really good with his talking and he knows how to verbalize what he's thinking and give you valid reasons and points. So I used to be like, oh, whatever I'm going to say, it's not going to be good enough. So I used to feel like I was feeling the pressure of following that spreadsheet to the T because I feel like, oh, even if I say no, I needed to explain in detail why no. And I am not able to do this, not because I'm not smart or because maybe not because my points are not valid, not at all. It's just because I'm not as good as verbalizing or articulating why I think we shouldn't do that or we should do that.
Yeah.
So that was a problem.
And like I think that the good, like just to go back with, you know, now giving lady saying that, hey, you need to give me some time, or I don't know if you said that, but we came to an agreement, but you need some time.
No.
Because
Yeah,
then
I think what we did was
we had a big argument.
Yeah, and I think was like he's gonna tell me what he thinks, and then he's gonna send it to me, and then I can study, and then I can come back.
Because the big problem was that you've said it right. The big problem was that she felt like because I can articulate myself and I'm right in the detail. When she said no, I'm like, well, why? And then and then lady was just like, just because.
Yeah, I didn't know.
And I was like, fucking, what do you mean because? Can you like? But I wasn't necessarily like that. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Because, but in my mind, I'm like, but what do you mean, babe?
Yeah, and also because he spent hours and hours and hours and hours working in this, that then you have someone that it will come to you at the end of the day, and you will be like, no,
and you're like, oh my god.
Obviously, it triggers something.
Yeah, you're like, oh my god, what do you mean? But this makes sense. But then that other person is like, but I can't articulate myself.
Yeah.
What the fuck? No, you're just changing everything, and then so they're resistant, and then the other person's like, hey man, I'm not saying we need to do this, but if you don't want to do it, and you want to say no, just like, can you explain that a bit or whatever? But then you're in a heated argument, and it's not getting spoken about like that at all. And you come to this thing where it took a long time to get past it, didn't it? And like, hey guys, we're by no means
we're saying that
are we fucking perfect right now.
No.
We're not. But we have a few. We've aligned through the process. We've aligned a budget that we agree with, and that changes slightly. And the variation of it changing in comparison to what it was is nowhere near. So, we've been consistent on that.
Yeah, I just think that in the beginning when we came with the idea of the budget, Zeke used to go through the budget every single week. So every single week he wanted to reorganize and do different and it just didn't work for me. And I have to express that to him, that it just money stressed me out. And I say to him, look, just give me the budget. I will follow to the T. Yes, if I agree or no. If I don't agree, I will try to explain why no.
Yeah, but it took a long time to get there.
Yeah,
like
100%.
because then you were like, no, and then we hadn't figured out how, like, and we still fully haven't, guys, but like we can at least now, like honestly, every single conversation for a while there was about money was an argument.
It was a big one. A big argument, yeah.
Not like I fucking hate you type of thing, but it was just like, it was just lack of, like, we just didn't
disagreement.
We just didn't know how to communicate about it properly.
And obviously, I think finances or talking about money is a huge thing because being able to save and know how to spend your money and how to pay your debts and making all these decisions on your own, it's very difficult. And then trying to convince your partner, the person that you're spending your life with, and making them realize that, oh, you should do it in a certain way is so.
Well, I think that the biggest challenge, to be honest, with all people is, and I could be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong, but my opinion on the matter is that, okay, so you've got two individuals that are bringing their life together. Yeah. I have thought about money and dealt with money in a way that is comfortable for me my whole life.
Yeah.
And you have dealt with money your way, your whole life, and how you deal with it and how you pay bills and how you remember stuff and how you save and how you, and you know, both individuals have achieved things in their life with what they've been doing.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to bring those complexities together, but plus, okay, multicultural relationship.
Yeah.
Ladies always, she's learned how to deal with money in a totally different country, in a totally different upbringing.
Yeah.
You know, in Colombia, and I've learned in a totally different country, in a totally different upbringing in Australia. And then to add to that complexity, you don't just have the variable of different countries. You've got the variables of different parents and different principles and how they deal with money. And obviously that gets embedded in you. And it's fucking, there's so many complexities.
And and also on another big one, and I think you're gonna agree with this. I hope so. It's just like the difference in salaries, who earns more and who.
Well, yeah, but that's a big thing to get across too, because
so that makes.
And it depends on the person, because some cultures would be, you know, masculine dominated cultures would be like, oh no, the man just pays everything.
Yeah.
But then, you know, and even in Western society, that stays strong in certain cultures because they're brought up like that. But then if you're brought up in Western society where it's more about, it's not everybody. So, hey, don't fucking kill me in the comments. Hopefully we actually get some comments, so go fucking hard. But what I'm saying is, you know, Western society or this society where, you know, there's this whole equality movement and all that type of thing. And you know, and this day and age in Sydney, trying to live here, trying to pay rent, trying to save for a
Expensive
house,
lifestyle.
for one person to be able to do that, they've got to have a mega wage, 200K plus,
Yeah.
or a dual income where somebody earns a little bit more and the other person makes up to make that 190, 180, 170, 200. And guys, that's a lot of money. Some people might listen to that and be like, holy fuck, you know, 200 grand or 190 grand. But, you know, rent here, the average rent, I'm not sure what the medium is, but, you know, where we live on the eastern suburbs, you would struggle to find a place to rent here that was 2-bedroom with a carport for under $600,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't be that nice.
Yeah.
Like what we live in. And then save for a house and be able to go do nice stuff on the weekends as well.
Yeah.
So, but that is a complexity.
Yeah, I mean,
because then the person that earns less is like, well, you should fucking pay more, and then the person that earns more is like,
but it's not
fucking
fair.
hell, I'm paying for everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a difficult.
To fix that problem, you just need to think about your money as one and not as separate.
I just think it's a difficult topic, and the hardest part is to bring it up, make the first step of like how we're gonna deal with this. And obviously this is something that relationships, like living separate, living in separate house and nurturing finance, have to go through in the beginning of relationship. But then when you just make that decision to share your life, and then you need to make decision of sharing your finances. And
some people don't, and you don't need to, but we've made that decision.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, some people keep their finances separate for a long time.
And
they share 50-50 or figure out what the wage difference is and go, okay, so I earn 60% more than you.
There is some marriage couples or couples that live together that they don't share finance, and that's fine. The whole point of this is
just the communication about finance in a relationship can be difficult.
Yeah, and do what works for you. That's 100%,
absolutely.
Because every single couple is different. Every single couple manage their finance, but I think
open to communication.
Yeah, talking about finance is very important for everyone to feel in the same page and feel her. And
because man, we've had some doozies over it. We have.
But I mean, I feel like something that it works is like always make a budget.
Yeah, budget for sure.
Regardless of if it's sharing or not sharing.
But it could be like, okay, we want to save for a house, and then you both just contribute a certain amount.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whatever. So then
like,
you could work out your own budget versus their budget. You have separate budgets, but there's a couple of things that you are committing to together, you know, saving or, you know, groceries or whatever.
Yeah, and I think it's actually really important to point out, like, okay, what are your goals? Are you having the same goals with me? Do you want to save for a house? How important is saving for a house? How important is saving for a car?
You know, are we going to do all of that before we have a kid?
Yeah.
Like, what?
How do you want you pay the debts? Do you want to pay the debts first, or do you want to do it slowly? I mean, it's a lot of.
That was a sticky one.
Yeah, that's a lot of things, and I mean,
that was a fucking sticky one. Yeah.
But this is a tip, and I think it honestly, I feel like our finances got so much better since we did this, and this is actually a tip from Ash. I think Ash
Mr. Norris.
Yeah.
Ash Norris.
So if you're sharing your finances and you know that your money is together, and most of the time you cannot just go and spend the money the way you want, because
you need to be consulting that other person.
So what we do right now is in our budget, we
pay ourselves a wage each.
Yeah, we include a wage each per week, that
whatever that is for you guys,
whatever works for you, and that way, that money, let's say, is $300 a week. So that $300, you don't need to consult with your partner.
Yeah,
how you're gonna spend it. What do you want to spend it in?
Whether you're gonna spend it or not spend it or whatever.
You can save it, or you can just go and go.
I'm
gonna buy some shoes this week, and that's it. You spend it the whole.
Because what it does is, when we weren't doing this, it was like, oh, why are you buying that, or why are you buying this?
It was
and then
a lot of controlling.
it was creating this culture between both of us where we were like,
yeah,
like always monitoring each other's purchases, because potentially feeling like it was like, oh well, I haven't done that, or why do you get to do that?
Why would
I
you
thought
go,
we're saving.
Yeah, why would you go spend $100 if we agree that we were our savings? I want to spend $100 as well.
Yeah.
So it makes
it was fucking.
It makes really hard. So now
we just pay each other amount, and then you can buy. If you want to spend that on
whatever.
all takeaway food, you can spend it on all take. Hello.
Yeah, in this house, I'm gonna tell you how this his wage all in takeaway. And he doesn't talk about it, but I notice he buys.
No, it's not.
Babe, you buy lunch every day, and
No, I don't.
Babe,
that's not true.
Yeah, he spends.
No, it's not.
So he's
that's not fucking true.
Listen,
I spend it on massages.
Yes, it's
true. I've got a few issues with me, and I've met. If you live on the eastern suburbs,
difficult guy.
If you live on the eastern suburbs,
that would be a gem, actually.
Oh yeah, nah, I'll give it for free. Eastern suburbs, Randwick, Fitness First. There's a massage guy in there. His name's
Chinese.
Lewis. I call him Dr. Lewis because
acupuncture.
Fucking hell, he's so good.
He's so good. I have a problem in my wrist because I have tendinitis, and my husband keeps saying to me, "Go, go," and I was like, "No, I don't want to spend that much money. Just
because it's like." It's like $85 for 45 minutes, or like 110 for an hour.
It's nothing like crazy, but I mean, like I was like, no, it's okay, it's okay. I'm telling you, I got so much better since.
Yeah, and you went once.
I went once.
And I've got mega problems because I've been there a fair bit.
Oh man, he gets a problem every single week. So
pretty hard on my body.
Yeah,
I think that's
today is the knee. Tomorrow it's gonna be his head. No, he says it's an issue full time.
Babe. Oh man, accountability, dude.
Kidding, guys.
Self-reflection and accountability is some lessons lady needs to learn. Let me tell you.
So he spends his money on massage and takeaway food. I spend my money on Amazon.
You fuck yeah, you do. Oh man, or hair extensions.
Extensions. Oh, fixing my hair. No kidding. I mean, I think I'm pretty good with my money as well. I spend it the way I want to spend it with things that I feel like it's going to be helpful for my life and my living.
Just to go back on the allowance or the wage that we give ourselves, game changer.
Game changer.
Fucking game changer.
Ash, this relationship is working because of you.
Yeah. Straight up, man. It's honestly, true. Dude. Game changer.
I swear to
I've told him that. I said we're doing that now, man, and it's fucking good.
Yeah, I give this tip to people all the time.
Yeah, because honestly, it has changed the dynamic massively.
Yeah. So I think that one is really good. What else? What else do you think?
I would just say open communication about. I think the biggest thing is figuring out how the other person wants to talk about money. What is the situation? How do they want to be communicated about? Like, you don't want to be communicated in the car on the way home from work.
Yeah.
And all this detail dumped on you.
Yeah.
If I'm going to go into detail and you're going to say no about it, that's going to fuck me up. Yeah. So I need you.
You need to make a smart decision.
But like, I need you, if you're going to say no to something, that's fine. But can you just it doesn't need to be as detail as what I'm saying, but can you give me an explanation on where that thinking comes from and why?
Yeah,
do you know?
I also feel like it should be valid. It doesn't have to be so meaningful behind. It should be valid also as well that you don't feel comfortable with doing.
Yeah,
that
but there needs to be like, I don't feel comfortable because of blah.
Yeah.
You know? So just figuring out how that other person wants in what type of fashion or what type of situation they feel comfortable talking about it. You know, what that what I need to get from you in that money communication and what you need to get from me in that money communication, and how we do that, I think is so important.
Yeah.
Because it took us a long time to get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking long time.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah,
To be
and
honest.
many shedded tears on my behalf. When she's just gone. She's gone to work. I just look at my spreadsheets crying.
That's not true.
Look at all this hard work I've done and she didn't even listen to me.
It's not even true, man. But anyways, guys, I know finances and sharing
It's a difficult
money
topic.
is a difficult topic, but I always do what works for you, and just make sure your partner understand where you're coming from, and your partner hear you out,
Yeah.
and also put in perspective.
Put yourself in their shoes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Both of you need to put yourself in each other's shoes. You
Yeah.
have different backgrounds. You've dealt with money differently
Yep.
your whole lives. It's not an easy fucking thing to talk about.
no.
It's not an easy thing to talk about. Realize it's not an easy thing to talk about, and just try and make a plan together.
Yeah.
Because once you align, it's so much nicer.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's our advice. We are not going to give a specific things that you should be doing, or how you
Yeah.
should manage your the budget, or what percentage should one person be putting, or no, because that is
If you need help with an Excel spreadsheet and some budgeting, $500 an hour, and I'll do it.
yeah, he's pretty good. I have to agree. He's pretty good. He's pretty good because he's good with his Excel skills.
Yeah.
He knows what to
I'm
do.
analytical as fuck.
Yeah.
I love it.
So
So $500. Send me
That-
over all your budget stuff, and I'll get it done for you. No,
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
No, but it's true. But anyways, guys, that's our advice for today. Then
I'm getting bigger too at the moment.
oh, nah, actually, he's looking good. He's looking good. I have to admit it. He's looking good. Looking.
You are too, actually.
Looking.
Lady's just recently lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's done, but she has. And I'll tell you something.
No eating.
In the gym this morning. Holy fucking moly!
Nah.
Yeah, you were looking fantastic this morning. You look fantastic all the time, but you were looking. The outfit was good, mate. The guys were basically drooling, mouths open. Every time she turned around, their heads would go up, and then she'd turn back around, and their heads go down.
Just the boobs and the titties. I'm kidding.
All right,
Okay,
you drop your gem, baby.
Okay, my gem of the week is a gift that I got this week.
I did.
So this.
You got some flowers this week as well, didn't you?
Calm down. Calm.
There you go,
down.
gentlemen. I know what I'm fucking doing over here.
So this comes from a book, best-selling.
Not a best-selling novel.
It's not a novel. Multi-millionaire copy bestseller. The book is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. But
The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Yeah,
yeah,
great book. Fucking great book.
amazing book. You should read it. Honestly, it's really good. It's really good. It's really good. Like, I mean, it's always good when someone is telling
It
you
starts-
not to give a
It
fuck
starts
about.
off. It starts off a bit. When I first read it and it started off, I was like, "Oh, this guy's a bit negative, eh?"
Yeah,
But then,
it's stuff.
yeah, I was like, "Oh my god, this guy's a bit negative." What am I reading? And then, like, you get that disappears pretty quick, and you're like, "Oh my god, this
Yeah.
great, this great stuff."
I read this book in 2019, and I was going through a hard time in my life. I was suffering of depression because I've always been a person that it actually cares a lot about what people think, and book is just an example of
Why don't do
you
that.
why you shouldn't give it a fuck about anyone
Yeah,
of what anyone thinks of you.
but this is not that book.
Yeah, so this is not the book. This is a journal. And it's great because it goes through a lot of things that it mentions in the book, but it's is so cool because
because
it gives
it
you,
gives you pointers. So because journaling's a massive thing. Journaling, you don't like. So there's
it's
a difference.
different way.
There's a difference between journaling and having a diary. A diary is
Yeah.
like a daily documentation of what you did, whereas a journal you don't have to do every day. You can do it every day if you want, but you don't have to. But to get a book and that, like, especially men, to be
Yeah.
honest, like women or whatever, you know, have diaried
Whatever.
diaried in their life, but not many men have. And you know, if they have, then that's amazing. But really powerful men actually held journals, like, you know, Abraham Lincoln and Nelson Mandela and all of that type of thing. You know, Albert Einstein
Yeah.
and like all these really cool, intelligent people held journals, but it's disappeared, and
Yeah.
it's almost seen as a feminine thing when it's not. And so, but to be able to just pick up a blank book and know what to start like
Yeah. I just think
writing
this
is difficult. So this
Yeah.
gives you like,
Yeah, I just think this book is really good because it's a guide that you can follow, and like it will be like, for example, the start of the book is like a warm up, and the warm up is list of things that you should be grateful
for,
for, and it gives you like a lot of like,
but it gives you
but
examples
it gives you instructions on
and
what,
and
yeah.
it helps you like formulate, like get started, and
why
gives you some
And the
examples.
first thing is like shut up and be grateful, which is true. Shut up and be grateful, because to achieve things in life, you need to be grateful with what you have to obtain something better, and it's true. So,
I agree.
honestly, it's really good. We bought it on he bought it on Amazon.
It's
for
like $20 or
20 bucks,
24 bucks or something.
honestly, it was a surprise because when I met Sig, we realized that we both read the book, and we both
We were both like, oh, like when we didn't
we
realize
actually
straight
have
away when we
actually have two books.
with two
that
copies. Yeah, no, but we only realized when we moved in together,
Yeah,
because we were like correlating all of our books in the same bookshelf, and I was like, oh,
you have the book. Oh, I have a book.
how good's that book?
Yeah. So yeah, guys, this is my gem of the week. I'm improving my gems.
And this is random. So our what's the
Go.
first topic? What's the first topic?
Mindset.
Our mindset masteries was aligning, and
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about a book as well as
Yeah.
my gem.
Oh wow.
So guys, my gem is also a book. I have it here.
I haven't read the book, by the way.
Lady hasn't read this. I've read this twice before, I believe. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It was written in 1936, which is fucking mind-blowing, to be honest, because everything you read in this book, it doesn't... You know, if you've been in a library before or picked up a book that's written in 1963 or 1850 or some shit,
You don't relate
you-
to something.
you
like
read
that.
it and you're like, oh my God, this was written then.
Really old school.
Yeah. Whereas you read this book and, you know, this has probably been reworded or whatever since, but whatever he's talking about in here is timeless. Like, it doesn't feel like that. It still feels so relevant. And if you're in sales, fucking read this book. But
This is a book that I need to read. Yeah.
basically, it's about dealing with people. And, you know, it says how to win friends and influence people, but it's about how to deal with people in any walks of life, any job, about not criticizing people and
Yeah.
and figuring out a way to not criticize people and sort of get them to believe what you believe. It's like
How
mind
to
mind
win.
mastery. It's like, honestly, it is such a good book, and every time I read it, like, honestly, this is really weird, but I read 3/4 of this book when I was 24 years old, and it gave me the confidence. I used the techniques that I'd been reading about, and I went in and talked to my ex-girlfriend because I was really unhappy at the time. And I tried to use these techniques about not criticizing, and I went in there with an open heart, being like, hey, I'm not happy, but I want to work with you on how we can make this better.
Yeah.
And her response was just crazy. And I used the techniques. I didn't criticize. I took everything she said on board. and, you know, just tried to work my way around like, hey, you know, I'm here, I'm being honest with you, and I'm not criticizing you.
Yeah.
And how do we get through this? And just through doing that and actually being open-hearted and like all of that, and then her responses, it just told me, whoopsie doopsie. Sorry guys, the end part of this episode got deleted. Not very professional. We are working on a better workflow, so really apologize. As always, love you all. Thank you for your support and watching all the way to the end. We've got another episode coming out next week, episode 8. We're back. We're being consistent. As always, like, follow, share, subscribe. Thanks guys. Bye.